Well, hello again, welcome back to the channel. We've come today up to Loch Katrine, which you can see in the background there, and we're just taking a walk. It's about a 6-mile hike that we're doing today. I've got my camera stuff with me, so I'll see if I can find anything to take any photos of, but there's no guarantee. We're just out for a nice walk, frankly, so we'll see how it goes. We parked the car round at Stronachlacher, which is way over that side, but I didn't vlog it there because there was so many midges. There was thousands of camper vans there, all these people. We thought we'd get there early, we arrived nice and early, and the place was full of camper vans. What can you do? So anyway, yes, we're here. We're going to take a walk, see how we get on. Now, I've actually found something very useful with my COVID mask, which is that doesn't just keep the COVID in, keeps the midges out. Fantastic. Right, I'll see you along the way. Cheers. Our walk begins at Stronachlacher and takes us along the southern shore of Loch Katrine, a loch in the Trossachs, in the southern Scottish Highlands. From there, we head up across the hillside, eventually arriving on the Statute Road to Inversnaid. We'll follow the road westwards in the shadow of Ben Lomond. Then we'll drop down briefly to Loch Arklet for a couple of photos before returning to the road and turning back towards Stronachlacher. Dearie me, these midges. Right, the scenery isn't fantastic. Can I see myself? Can't see myself. Scenery is not fantastic here, but because there's just too many leaves and ferns and trees and things in the way. But I found a nice wee piece of macro here, a wee toadstool, a wee red toadstool. So I'm going to go for that just now. I don't have macro lens with me, so I've put a macro tube onto my the lens I've got here. I'll just stick it onto the cord here just to show you exactly what I'm doing. And there we go, we should get a video now. So as you can see, I'll just line it up like that. Try and get the focus about there. There or thereabouts. Okay. And then I'll just snap away. And I'm going to move on before I get eaten again by these blooming midges. Well, we've reached the top of the hill here, and there's definitely a panorama. I'll show you that in a second. But a wee bit of history first. I don't know if you can see right along here there's kind of towers and markers, and I'll tell you what this marks. It's the thing called the pipe track, which was a Victorian invention. Invention, is that the right word? I don't know. Basically the Victorians, in a bid to stop cholera in Glasgow, decided they were going to pump fresh water from Loch Katrine, and these rows of markers and towers and things actually marks the route that the water takes. It still takes, Glasgow still is supplied with water from Loch Katrine here and right through top of this hill here. So I'm going to get a picture looking down on Loch Katrine, and looking across with one of these towers in the foreground here. You'll see it again in a second. So, see how it goes. Right, well, I've got the camera set up and I'm pointing at the first of these markers. I'm not quite sure what that thing actually is. It's obviously not a water tower itself, probably just marks the route, I'm guessing. But anyway, yeah, I've got it set up, pointing at the marker. Now, what ideally I would have would be to be a lot lower down and have the marker pointing up above the horizon, kind of dominating the scene a bit more. But as it is, I can't get lower down because the hill's in the way. Any lower I'd have to dig a hole. So that's not going to happen. So what I've done instead is I'm slightly up above the marker. Now I don't want it crossing the hillside at the back, so I've got it just poking into the water itself. If I show you again, I'll press this button and you can see I've got the, where's my finger, there, a wee bit of a gap between the top of the tower and the water here, and that's just sitting on the rule of thirds, just there. I've got the other headland sitting on the other rule of thirds, and we are more or less again with the other third along on the edge of the end of the shore of the Loch Katrine here. So again, I'm going to hurry it up because the midges are really getting wild. Do you know, jungle juice, I'm wearing it, usually works. Scottish midges don't care about jungle juice. Useful fact for you to know there, get something stronger. Arsenic, I suspect, I don't know. Anyway, yeah, so I'll just take the picture. I'm at f11. Oh, I can stop this now. I can take the picture. I'm at f11, 1/15 of a second, ISO 100. And just adjust the polarizer because I haven't done that. Makes no difference whatsoever. Never mind. Anyway, and off we go. And here it is. Well, that's us come down off the pipe track now. It's not too far, but it's taken us a while because it's fairly heavy going with the kind of boggy underfoot, which can be hard going, skating up and down the hill. However, we're here now, we're on the main road. This road here, if you ever drive down to Inversnaid, this is the route you take. So that's the road we're going to follow now back to Stronachlacher. We might drop in on Loch Arklet, I think it's called, on the way. See if we can get any good photos. We might not. I'll have no idea. So anyway, see how it goes from here. Well, I've come down now to the actual shore of Loch Arklet for this classic shot of the rocks just sitting here. just in the bay here. Very nice simple shot. Now I've got an ND filter on the front of it. It's a variable one, can't quite tell because I've not got numbers on it. It's up at maximum, so about India 1000, which take me up to a 4-second exposure. F11, ISO 100, nice and simple. Not really got the lights. This might well be a black and white shot. I'll see. However, anyway, I'll take the shot. And there it is. Well, I've put the camera into portrait orientation, and I've got these rocks down here in the foreground. If I can just switch on this trick again. Is that working? Press the right button, would it be handy? There we go, right. So, we can't see it. That's better, right. So, we've got this rock here in the foreground, kind of leading out and pointing towards the mountains. We've also got the big rocks in the middle here, also pointing towards the mountains. I missed out the one at the bottom here in the first photo I took. But I quite like that. So, I'll just switch this off again. Okay, and I'll wind up the old ND filter again, taking it up to roughly, what's that, about 5 seconds or so. Okay, and off we go. Click. So we do have some fairly dramatic clouds across the sky up there. Again, could be quite nice in black and white. I will need to wait and see. You'll have seen it already, but I hope it turned out quite nice. So we're going to head back now towards Stronachlacher. Not far to go now, a mile or so I think. And then after that, that's us. So we'll call it a day at that. I'll check in when we get back to the car, or near as we can. But I suspect that's probably one of the last pictures of the day. Alright. Just a thought. If the Victorians could run a water pipe underground all the way from here, 30 odd miles to Glasgow in 1855, how come we have got completely incapable of running these monstrosities underground in the 21st century? They do make a mess of the countryside. Terrible. Anyway, that's my whinge of the day. Well, that's prepaid to that then, isn't it? We weren't going to go much further anyway, to be fair, but I believe there's a landslide or something around there that they're trying to repair, so we couldn't go much further as it is. Where we are right now, this is actually down at the western end of Loch Katrine. It's fantastic views across here. What you would normally be able to do, and it is a good walk I believe, I've not done it yet but it's on my to-do list. You can catch the paddle steamer, which runs right down the loch, right down here, and you get off at Stronachlacher and then you walk back. This is the old military road that runs right along the northern shore of the loch, and it is apparently a very good walk. However, that's not going to happen just now, and the paddle steamer isn't running just now either, so it's paid to that. Right, well, I'm going to wrap up the vlog for now. It's been a good walk. We've done about 6 miles. Taken a few photographs. The light's not been great, but I hope the photos turned out okay. Hope you enjoyed them. And that's it. If you've enjoyed it, if you want to see more of this kind of nonsense, you know, just hit that subscribe button, like it, yeah, and hit the wee bell icon, obviously, so that you can get notified every time I post something. And that's it. I'll see you on the next one.